in Brundle.
Thanks, Simon. There's tremendous excitement down here. It doesn't matter if you speak to hardened team principals, strategists, FIA officials, whoever you speak to, say this is going to be a very interesting race because of the tyres, because of the grid structure as it is. There is a big crowd. There's like a natural theatre here with those two sort of aircraft wing-like press offices and hospitality areas at the end of the pits. And then we have just an electric atmosphere down here. There's no doubt about it at all. Now, I'm standing where we're expecting Paul di Resta's Force India to cruise into, hopefully any moment. And we got Adrian Sutil behind us coming in as well. And so quite late onto the grid. It's a 3.3 mile lap. So if they've gone through the pits, it takes them a while. So Perez is not here yet. We'll start to wander a little bit forward and see if we can find somebody. We have to watch out as they push the cars. We'll move over. We've got Sebastian Vettel. Now, why I wanted to start here is I think this could be one of the most interesting aspects of the Grand Prix, in that from 8th and 9th is the first runners on the white marked medium compound tyres as Nico Hülkenberg Sauber cruises into view as well. He's 10th on the grid. We can assume, I think, that he'll start on the tyre. These tyres they come to the grid on, of course, are just something they're finished with, they've had enough of. They'll not play a part in the Grand Prix. It just gets them on to the grid. We've got a Ferrari wandering through here as well, and of Felipe Massa just coming through now, and then mechanics pushing everybody out of the way. It's very narrow indeed. He's having to peep over the top to steer it through. We'll get between the two Ferraris then as we come down here and see. So let's have a look. We've got Sebastian Vettel here now, and a queue of media trying to. This is all my fault. Back in 1997, we started wandering up and down the grid, and there was nobody on the grid other than us with a microphone. Now it's just an army of people, unfortunately. That idea rather caught on. He's speaking to Rocky. Let's have we often hear Rocky on the radio, don't we? We don't always see him. So a bit of shaking of head going on by engineer and driver. They know they've got a pretty tricky afternoon ahead of them as the umbrella moves in. And I'm just thinking the microphone might move in shortly after that, but I absolutely will not, of course, interrupt that critical conversation. And let's see if Seb, a quick word, top man. So you're back in 9th on the grid, but you've still got a chance to win this race, haven't you?
Yeah, I think you always have, no matter where you start from. Obviously, it's a long race here, a lot of things that can happen, and yeah, we'll see if our strategy works.
It seems to me the critical thing is that when the front runners on their soft tyres have to come in very early in the race, hello Tanya, very early in the race, it's how much traffic they get when they come out. That's when you've got to be making really good speed.
That's the idea. So if you could go to them and ask them to come in as soon as they can, would be nice. But like I said, I mean, obviously we have reason for standing back here, but it's a long race, and I think we have pace in the car to finish much higher up.
So Jensen will be on the same tyres as you, and therefore you need to pass him quite early doors, yeah?
Well, it's surely better to pass him than staying behind, but it's a long race, so I don't think the first couple of laps are that decisive.
Okay, thanks. Right, let's move over and see if we can find one Jensen Button, see if he's still on the grid. It's all looking very quiet around here. He's not here. We might steal a chat with him. I've got a short grid walk today because I've got a very long walk up to the commentary box. Danny Ricciardo is, what a great job he's done in 7th place here. We just got ourselves a Kimster coming through here, visor down, and closely followed by his attendants with his tyres. And we'll sneak in here between this Mercedes-Benz and see if we can find a quick word with Danny. I don't know if he's talking to media today, but we're about to find out, aren't we, really? And we ought to at least just congratulate him on a P7. And hang on, we've got DC's just popped up in here. Let's stick the mic in.
It's obviously an important part. I've got a buddy here going to join us. You might know this man. Now, you had a great qualifying.
Yeah.
Now, have you sort of shot your bolt in terms of tyres, or are you still in a good position here going forward?
You know, it's. I guess we'll see at the end of the race. You know, a few guys are obviously thinking we have a few guys saved the tyres, but you know, we had to go for it. You know, it's not often we get in the Q3, and 7th is definitely better than 10th for us. So I'm happy we went for it. Now we'll see if it's the right move, but closer to the front, the better.
Okay, well, good luck. Have a good
Cheers.
race.
Yeah, Daniel. So, yeah, I mean, you bet you wish you're on some different tyres right now, but at least you can follow, and you've got the best grandstand seat in the house.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not the only one, and the guys in front are in the same boat. Maybe they're a bit quicker, but at least he'll give me a good target to try and keep up with and see how we go.
Have a good one. Let's move forwards. We've got Romain Grosjean over here, and let's see if we can steal a word with him. He did stop, when he started having all those first lap crashes last year, he did stop, unsurprisingly, talking to people on the grid. So I don't know if that's still the situation. Andy, can we... He's doing what?
He's only doing Canal Plus.
Only today, so he's not talking to us today. All right, well, we'll have to book him for next time then, yeah?
Yeah, no problem.
Good stuff. So he's booked with the French television. We're actually locked in here now with some very hot tyres. Come through here, Lee. We'll see if we can escape through this direction, over the cables. Mind the cables, mind the coolers, mind the heaters, mind the ice. They look like leaf blowers down there. They use those to cool the brakes down. We've got a couple of minutes to go, and it's about now. I think the drivers will start heading off the pits. Let's see if we just steal a word with Mr. Rosberg, if he's up for one question. One question, Nico. One question. No. Oh, he's booked. He's booked with Kai. Look. So it's the German drivers talking to the German media, the French drivers talking to the French media. So, and we're left then with Raikkonen and Alonso. I know. Let's see if we can find Bernard Charles Ecclestone, who's talking to Paul Hembry, the Pirelli man. And Bernie, good to see you on the grid. So it should be a thriller, shouldn't it?
Well, you know, I wouldn't like to say who's going to win, would you?
No, I don't have a clue who's going to win this race. It could be one of any 7 or 8 drivers.
Could be anybody. I tell you what, be interesting at half distance to who's there and where they are. Then we'll know.
Now we had a little bit of a boring qualifying. You had not many cars on track. Do you think we need to tweak that a little bit? It makes for a great race, I know.
Yeah, we will. We're looking at, you know, we get extra tyres for Friday as well. So we have a lot more people on the grid on Fridays.
When does that come into play?
Barcelona.
Okay, good stuff. Yeah, I think a little tweak for quali would be more interesting, but we mustn't spoil this sort of jeopardy for race day.
Mustn't muck it. We've got Avram Grant here, you know.
All right, the Chelsea manager. Do you want me? I'm not sure I got enough time. I'm into extra time here already. Avram, Martin Brundle, Sky TV. So I don't think I've seen you at Grand Prix before.
No, it's my first time. I watched it on television, and I have opportunity to see it first time. It's impressive.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's a good atmosphere. I mean, what's it like heading into Wembley or something like that? Would you compare it with anything like that?
No, it's different, you know. Just to think about it, that the stadium built only for one occasion. When in Wembley, another stadium, you have a lot of games during the season. The people that are coming to see it, I saw the preparation of the staff. It's impressive, I must say. You cannot compare it to football because it's different, but both is very good.
So you're here as a Ferrari fan? You want to see Ferrari win today?
No, I came for Bernie invite me, and I'm very happy to see it. I like to see the preparation and also the race, how they so focused to be the best, enjoying.
Okay, thanks for talking to us. Crofty, I'm coming to the commentary box. I'm going to be a little bit late. See you shortly.